Okay, YouTube. I got on there, tried to find out what other people are using for baits and lures, and nobody wants to talk about it or doesn't have much real experience. So I don't have a ton of experience, but I've caught a few coyotes, quite a bit of stuff. This is based off me, my brother, my dad. That's what we like, what we found to work. First off, this Cavin's Hiawatha brand, Hiawatha Valley. By Cavin's. Got it at Minnesota. You can buy it a lot of places. That's by far my favorite bait. We've caught raccoon on it, coyotes, lots of coyote, fox, badger, porcupine, skunk. Everything seems to come to that. Very, very good bait. Very reasonably priced. The next one that works best for me is this Powder River Paste Bait by Craig O'Gorman. He's out of Montana. It's almost $17 for that there though, so it's a little more expensive but works good. Next would be this Cavin's Terminator. Quite a bit more pricey but real good bait. I've used just a tiny little bit under a cow chip for a flat set and caught coyotes on it too. It really seems to pull them in. You could probably use it just about like a lure. Works good. You use it down a dirt hole, use it on a urine post. They come over and sniff it and get caught. Works great. Then Widowmaker by Mark June. This one I haven't used quite as much. Pretty much just used it last year. It worked good. We used it a lot on our remakes. Just I don't know why we just did. Sure worked good for the coyotes. Like I said, haven't used it as much as my two favorites here, but it's a good one. And then this Kellen's Red Label. I've used it probably the least, but it seems to work good. Very reasonably priced. So those three on the top end there would be my favorite. Then after that, any of these work. For lures, these two right here, High Plains Predator Call and Carmen's Canine Call are by far my two favorite. They both work real well. Some others I've used with good success here are this Bounty Hunter, Super Bonanza, and Tomcat, both by John Graham. Super Bonanza is a skunky, I don't know if it's a coyote gland lure or what exactly it is. Got a little more skunk to it. Works good. And then the Tomcat works good for bobcats, obviously, but also caught a lot of coyotes on it. Coyotes like bobcat smells as well as they do fox. And that'll bring us over here to Mark June's Smoky Post and Fox Frenzy. I used the Fox Frenzy with real good success last year. The lid come off and lost the rest of the bottle, though, so you gotta make sure you get the tops on tight. I think those droppers are really worth having there, too. And then that Smoky Post sure works good at urine post sets. I bet you could use it up behind a dirt hole, though. I haven't tried it much yet. I'm going to try it some more this year. Just a little side note, that Canine Call, we use that a lot on urine posts. We just bed the trap straight in front of them, off about 5 inches off the top of the post, and sure works good. Then there's Coyote Super All Call by Lennon's. You can't really get Lennon's lures anymore. You pretty much just got to order them through him. And they're only $12 after you buy a certain amount. And what we're talking about, this Muskrat, that's my favorite Muskrat lure. I've caught a lot of mink on it. I've heard a lot of other guys. We don't have, I'm out west here. We just don't have many raccoon here. But I've heard other guys catching a lot of coon and stuff on them. I did catch one raccoon with it one time, but we just don't have the raccoon. So, but that Lennon Super All Called by far my favorite muskrat lure. And you can buy this stuff directly for them. It's $12 for a 4-ounce container, so you cannot beat the price. So back to the coyotes. This is by Craig O'Gorman here, this coyote gland. I won some free at a trapping convention one time, so I tried it out. And that sure works good. I usually I'll put some of that gland lure along with maybe some of that High Plains Predator Call and some Hiawatha down the hole or something, on a dirt hole. And a lot of times a shot of fox urine too. It really gives them a combination of smells. Seems to bring them in. You might not catch a leery coyote, but it sure picks them off for me. Then some Beaver Lures. By far the one that's produced the most for us is Sweetwater Flattail, and I think everybody pretty well known. It's a great lure. This Flattail Gold's also real popular, and I almost like it better. I've caught way more with this. I've used it more. It works great, but the Flattail Gold's in a paste, almost Vaseline content or something, so it really sticks there and holds. And also a little bit of that either with beaver scents along with your predator lure, whatever, on a foxhole or whatever, a dirt hole. Sure works good on the coyote and fox too. Everything loves beaver, or bobcat for that matter. So yeah, and then back to this linens. This is my favorite. Pretty much the only lure I use for rat, and works great on mink. I pick a lot of mink off my pocket sets and stuff with that as well. And once again, it's a Vaseline content, like, I don't know what you call it, a petroleum jelly, so it really sticks there and stays. Great stuff. Have to, I don't know, you can probably find it online there. I know another guy on YouTube put a thing out on how to get his order in form. You can just email him, and if you need the email address, I can get it to you. And great service, and you cannot beat the price. Then Kellen's Black Label. I like this extreme shellfish bait. Seems to work better for me. I've used it. Pretty much I've just put it in DPs so far. But it sure worked good. Just gotta watch out. If you put too much in there, you can freeze the trigger in, because it will kind of freeze up in the middle of winter. And then this Minnesota Cavins coon and mink bait. Once again, we don't have many coon, but I sure picked the mink off with that. It works good. And while we're on those lines, I want to throw this out there. I don't know if a lot of guys know. I bought a gallon of fish oil, and it works fine, but it really gels up once you hit the freezing temperatures, where salmon oil takes a lot more freeze resistant. Will hold its liquid form a lot cooler. So I recommend spending the money and getting a thing of salmon oil versus your fish oil, unless you're in a warm climate, and then that works for you. And then red fox urine. That whole container is only $22 from Minnesota. It's a little hard to see here, but that's not black urine, that's good urine, colored urine. And once you order $100, you get that whole thing for $22. And I really use the fox urine quite a bit. Probably 80% of my sets get fox urine, especially early in the season. One thing you got to watch out is if you're trapping around coyotes, or trapping coyotes around cattle, or even deer and stuff. Come over and investigate it, and they can step in your trap, but you mess your setup. So that's my experience. That's you can go with any of these. I'm sure you will not be disappointed. I know things vary a little bit area to area, but these are some tried, true, proven stuff here. I highly recommend it. Hope you like it. Bye.